Hi guys, it's been a while. I want to share with you, this is my second all grain beer, and I called it a first Recirc Pale Ale because I've got a recirculation now in my system. So I'll open this and have a wee pour of it, and then we'll cut to some footage of that. It's been in the bottle a couple of weeks. It's 4.1%. Yeah, a little bit. I've had this out of the fridge for about half an hour. It's got quite a bit of a tail haze on it. Quite like my last one actually. I can smell the hops now, it's just nice. Oh, that's looking good, isn't it? One of these days someone's going to smash their glass doing that. Hope it's not me. Anyway, let's have a wee... Okay, let's cut to some footage and then we can come back and see if this is any good. Okay, bye for now. Okay, hi guys, this is a brew day. I'll just give you a wee run through of the new system I've got here. Just getting up to temperature for the mashing. Thanks to Christian Brewbeer for the wonderful idea of just using a clothes peg on the temperature doodah. So basically what we've got here is a recirculation, and I just want to do this anyway, so let's just see if that works. We have a, where is it? There it is. Variable dimmer switch thing. So thanks to, hang on. It's all very difficult with one hand, isn't it? Right. There we go. Okay.
Hey, you took the bird ball, Dad!
It's very difficult with kids.
The cheesy buns!
Okay, this isn't very helpful. Okay, scoot. So, right, anyway, so we have... Ta-da! How cool's that? Oh, that's hot.
What's in there?
Right, so I'm basically aiming for 70 degrees. So what's happening? Okay, so it's coming out of the tank thing, boiler, all-in-one brew bag thing. Coming down here, it's all well insulated, and it comes down to this gubbins arrangement here, which weighs quite heavily. Get out of there! That's my apple trees. Get out! So yeah, so comes down here. Thanks to Harry Brew 69 for the great idea with these pumps, and you're absolutely right. You do need to. Right, it has to be held there because it's quite heavy, and then it goes underneath the bench, round the outside, and you get the idea up here. Okay. Now, the reason that we've got that big extra loop is so that when we lift the grain bag out later on, whoa, you get the idea, on the pulley, then anyway, so I'm taking plenty of footage just now while things are going fine, apart from the kids under my feet. But apart from that, yeah, that's a bit of the pulley, so it comes up here, along here, and down, and gets cleated off, just whatever to push this. Right, I'm going to just about to dough in when I get down to 70, and we'll take it from there. Okay, here we are, we're just putting the grains in. So this is my method of under wetting, I guess. So basically the grains are just half in. Yes, Zach. Ah, you found one. That is exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. Okay, we'll use it next time, okay?
But you can use it.
Yeah, I wanted something to hang up
I
to.
saw 10 more of them now.
How do other guys do brewing? I don't know.
Dad.
Kids under your feet, it's almost impossible.
Dad, you can
yes.
put that one on.
Say bye.
You can put that one on.
Right, finally got a bit of peace again. Lost a little bit more temperature than I expected, but there was a bit of a faffing about as we got the grains sorted out. So that seems to be working a treat. I'm ramping up the temperature. That's the big attraction with the induction hobs, of course. You can fire them up. But both of them are on, I think it's 5 just now, so I'm just waiting for that to get up to about 64, and then I'm going to just cut them off, and I think it'll still ramp up a little bit up to 65 hopefully, and then I'll just keep one of these hobs on number 1 and just see how well we can maintain the temperature for the next hour. But so far so good. It smells great, of course. It's magic fun. Okay, just for the record, I overshot a wee bit, so I just had to turn the heaters off. 67.3, so that's going to go up to about 68 or something. Anyway, so be it, so heating's off. Right, I'm starting to worry about the temperature. It's finally gone up to 69, and I've just had to open the lid on this just to try and get things to cool down a wee bit. I was hoping not to have to kind of intervene like this, but okay, it's finally going down, which is great. I think maybe in retrospect I should have let it recirculate properly for a good few minutes first. Now the temperature was a good bit lower than I expected after I put the bag in, and I think I just overreacted and whacked the heat on, and of course the grains just hadn't got up to temperature yet. I didn't really mix it very well. I was hoping just to not have to, just let the system do it for me. But I think I've overreacted, overcompensated, whacked the heat on, and now I'm overshot my temperatures. So I kind of was aiming for 65, 69, it's not great. But anyway, no harm done, I don't suppose. Okay, we're about 20 minutes into the mash. We've dropped to 65.2. The heating's off now. This is the key bit. If I switch on the heat now, number one, on one of these plates, I'm hoping that the temperature will start stabilising out at something like 65, 66, 67, something like that. So I'm just trying to get to know the system a little bit, having completely overshot it the first time round. Okay, so it dropped to 64.4 and now it's climbing again, which is just exactly what I was hoping would happen. So far so good. Okay, so it's taken 45 minutes, about 15 minutes of the mash left, and it's finally stabilised at 65, 64.9, which is absolutely ideal. I'm delighted with that. Just kind of balled up a little bit at the start, just ramped the temperatures up and that through the system. But I think next time, if I'm just a little bit more patient, stir in the malt a bit better, and just let it get stabilised at this kind of temperature, and then start the timer for an hour, I think then I'll be doing okay. So quite happy with this so far. Okay, so kind of the plan now, looks a bit Keith Robinson, but the plan now is to try and get a mash out at 75, so temperature's rising a little bit, quite quick actually, which is all good. So cut out the power on the plates when it gets to about 73 or something, and just see if it stabilises at something like 75, and then we can get the timer on. I think we'll try and keep that for 10 minutes or so, and then we'll do the sparge.
That said that everything's dead. How we were putting tea.
Sort yourselves out, will you? Okay, after all that, sparge was a bit of a nightmare. I'll talk about that later, but anyway, I ended up over sparging after all that, and had to boil off a good bit. So anyway, finally get to pitch some hops. They are 35 grams of fuddles for the full hour, so anyway, you've seen all this bit before. Okay, just doing a very controlled aeration. It's coming out at about 50 degrees Celsius just now, so it's let it cool down a bit before it goes into the plastic container. I'm never sure how much temperature effect there might be putting very hot liquids in a plastic container, so I'm not brilliantly fussed with the idea. Anyway, so I've got a hop bazooka filter type thing fitted. I'll give you some footage of that some other time, but it seems to be working a treat, so it's just coming out at a nice slow rate, and I think my final volume's a little bit less than I expected. I was aiming for 20 litres. I think I might end up with 17 or 18, but never mind. Hello! My little bottling helper today. Is it fun? You're some boy!
I'm making beer!
Making beer, you're very helpful. Okay, it's not the clearest, but it's certainly got a head in it. It's more than my last one did. Anyway, so welcome back. You smell the mosaic. It's lovely. And 4% is a much better strength for me than 2.9. That was just a mistake, I think. Oh, it's just great. This is a great hobby, isn't it? You can make really super beers, and this is just fine. It's got a little bit of a bitterness to it as well on the back end, a little bit sweet to start with. Yeah, the temperatures were all over the place, but I think I'm only just getting into this as a sort of serious mass all grain thing, but it's fairly forgiving. Basically you put some malt in a bucket and hold the temperature as steady as you can and boil some hops. It's not very difficult, is it? But you get cracking beers, and that's fine. And this has just got a handful of crystal malt and a handful of chocolate malt, just for add a bit of interest to it. But you know what, I'm delighted with this. So video's long enough already, so thanks for watching. Big shout out to all the new subscribers. I occasionally I'll try and feedback to everyone and say thanks for subbing and everything, but I got a whole pile of new subscribers after the nice reviews that everyone did and stuff like that, and I was pretty poor at getting back to everyone, but you know who you are. Thanks for coming back again, and well, just enjoy brewing and everything else. Anyway, cheers for now. Bye.